Hey, hey! Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Give me just a second here. That button. There we go. Hi. Hope you all had a nice week. I am tired. Big fucking surprise. I'm always tired. Who would have seen that coming? Options, sound setting. Oh god. I keep forgetting. This game doesn't have any fucking audio. Controls. There are no audio controls. Damn it. Alright, hold on. This is why we have a mixer. Let's drop that down to 80%. And continue.
Development project has been added.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I've prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
Give me a second. Okay. We have so many tapes to listen to. Let's knock out the briefings real quick.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain.
Why Dekelia?
The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me up to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital, but the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We've got to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There, we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic.
That sounds
They use the
fucking
higher
miserable.
routes to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It'll be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
The Second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars.
That's fucking rich coming from
Lebanon,
Ocelot.
Netherlands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes.
Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently, his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Islamic extremists?
Yes, fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years.
We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been
Man,
killed.
The countries have yet to develop an effective means
nothing
of
ever
dealing with
fucking
terrorism.
changes.
Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces.
Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now. But this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good.
You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes.
XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU.
All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down.
I forgot about Eva being involved in that.
Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on.
A prosthetic arm.
Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
Huh. I can still feel my real arm.
Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision? Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve.
I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah. The doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Phantom pain, just as a, like, I don't know, what would you call it? A mental it's not even really a mental thing. It is, but it's just interesting. It's interesting that our brains have so much trouble acknowledging that things just aren't there anymore.
Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD.
Fucking Beria.
Official name, 4th Special Department.
Now that's a scumbag.
That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride.
And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps.
But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So, half gulag, half hero sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
Knowing what I know about the story in this game, there are so many things in these early tapes that scream, oh my god. I can't believe I didn't notice that.
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed.
Yeah, I remember.
Agreement was.
I was there.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union.
I remember, I was there.
Enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total.
Hi, Vig.
To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater.
This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
Alright, we'll do the other ones later. Okay.
Please select a mission.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission.
Oh.
We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty.
Specify a
I
project.
hope you rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
What's wet work? I don't know. You're the one with kids. You tell me. I'm kidding. Wet work is basically special operations crap.
Please select a mission.
I am not. I will not be there, I'm sorry to say. Hold on, I want to get rid of all the fucking notifications. Because they're annoying me.
Select unit. Please select a mission.
Farming villages in southern Vahan have been subjected to a strategic bombing campaign the past several weeks. The damage is spreading. It's part of the Soviet Scorched Earth operation aimed at wiping out the guerrillas. The target this time is the commander of a Spetsnaz detachment. He's been key to the operation's success. People say this guy's responsible for annihilating the Mujahideen at Tismasi Laman, the Hamid fighters, overnight. He's a tough, experienced commander. Don't underestimate him. The order from my client in the west is to shoot on sight. They want him out of the picture for good. Sorry, boss. This one's purely business. Wet work. A hit on a commanding officer of the Soviet military. Nothing personal. We're only doing this because it gets us one step closer to our goal.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Yeah, let's do it. Is that a double barrel shotgun? It is. I don't need that. That's fine. I don't need any of that. Well, hell, AWOL Kojima said he had to go. I don't wanna though. I have other stuff going on. I'm tired. Yeah, look at that. Why do I have one of these? Why do I have so much stuff? This is a brand new save. All right. Yeah.
Deploying.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Dishago Calais and eliminate the target.
All right, we got this.
Be careful down there, boss.
No promises.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need.
Are you ready to play Death Stranding 2? You're goddamn right I
Keep the
am.
staff happy too.
But I have to wait. All right.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. That's the button I was looking for. I couldn't remember what button it was to speed up. Oh, I misread that. Yes, I'm gonna play Death Stranding too. I'm excited.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. You have arrived at your destination.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Hey, boss man, what's up? Good to see you. Ah, shit. Ads are starting. I will hit the ad button now while I'm doing recon.
That's communications equipment used by the outpost CP. It must be how they keep in touch with headquarters. If you destroy it, you might be able to cut off the CP from their HQ.
There they are.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
And that's the rest of the Spetsnaz.
Я убью командира.
Definitely looks like him.
Boss, intelligence work is all about observation and gathering information. Start by using your binoculars to get a grasp of your surroundings.
Anybody else in vision? Doesn't look like it. Can I place markers from...
Marker placed.
Oh, I can.
Marker placed.
Hmm. No. If there's a third one, I don't see it. So we'll go hit the one over here first. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate it. You've been playing the game all day?
At your destination.
Honestly, that's not even surprising. Phantom Pain is amazing. It's a great game. The story and the boss fights aren't as good as some of Kojima's other stuff, but yeah, this game is amazing. Oh, hi, Shell. Good to see you. Oh, hey, there's a box down here. I'll take that. I haven't played any other MGS. You really should play all the other ones.
But we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
They're all good for different reasons.
я не знаю английского.
Oh, right.
Speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter.
I forgot.
The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language. We need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do a simultaneous interpretation.
I forgot. I would definitely go back and play the other ones. I mean, they're all good. Snake, you should have taken Russian in high school. So, funny enough, Snake should know Russian. Because he knew it in previous games. Now, they say the reason he doesn't remember Russian now is because he's got a fucking piece of metal in his skull, as you can see. But I don't know. No spoilers. I mean, I've played the game. I know why he doesn't know Russian anymore. But all right, we're gonna head in this way. But yes, all of the Metal Gear Solid games are good. What happened to his hand? Don't you remember what happened in Ground Zeroes? Remember Mother Base got blown up? And then his helicopter got shot down?
It'll be dawn soon. Your surroundings will be easier to see, but that goes for the enemy as well. The guard detail in Soviet outposts changes in the morning, too. Watch yourself.
No, there's the guy. That's
the
him.
target.
You're coming with me, buddy. Yeah, you don't remember when Mother Base blew up?
Boss, I gotta say it would be a waste to kill him. But putting him to sleep doesn't count as eliminating him. Neither does knocking him out.
You should get AWOL to play Munchkin? What's that?
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
Anything else in here worth taking? No? Board game? Munchkin's a board game? How did that guy not see me? See, I don't like playing board games that much.
Target secured. I'll tell the client we sent the target to a place outside of heaven. Boss, your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone.
That is true.
Or on land. Don't hang
We
around.
do that a lot. We all fuck with each other a lot.
You gotta extract him.
Management does not like it. They are not happy. You broke your what? Your boy toy? How did I miss that one? It was right in front of my face. Oh, that's what you meant. I was confused. I thought you were saying that...
He's coming too. Roger that.
the keyboard was like a brand called Boy Toy. Why are these guys wearing tanker helmets?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Out of ammo? Let the support unit help out if you need to restock. Transmit a request from your iDroid and I'll send supplies right away.
Mo. Moo. Okay, gotta stop drinking soju. Yes, you need to drink water. You know, the stuff that keeps you from dying. Sucks to be you, buddy. I'd like to chug jug with you, Vake.
You gotta extract him.
There we go. All right. External communications are down. Mike got me moonshine. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no.
Please select a land support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
All right, let's get out of here. Oh, there you are. teleporting horse. I do not recommend swapping to moonshine to sober up from soju. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Hey, Pequod, let's go. I'm ready to leave.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Why? Because I achieved the objectives. Or at least, the ones I know about.
B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Alright. See you later, fuckers!
Their search for you,
Area of
but they're not
operation.
giving the all clear just yet. Stay alert.
Departing. Yes, mission complete. Boss,
Hey, rank. Oh, no moon. Oh. Because moonshine usually has a much higher alcohol content.
how you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again?
Like, much higher.
Choppers and a horse at your
Ow.
disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start
More like,
development as needed.
these nuts.
Remember the guys you
Holy
brought back from the
shit!
base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men. Our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
It's Hideo Kojima. Is moonshine yummy? That is an incredibly loaded question. Ochre chameleon, wild harrier, hungry crocodile, grizzly hedgehog, silent mastodon. Well, that guy's got to go.
Side ops list.
By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some
Specify.
elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Please specify a project.
Battle dress for D-Horse.
Please specify a project.
There we go. We got side ops now, too. Oh yeah, we need to get that. 100%. I need to get that Russian interpreter. Okay.
Select unit. Staff dismissed.
Yeah, you gotta go, buddy. Damn, that guy speaks Russian. I don't know how to say that word, and Uzbek.
Select
That's pretty good.
unit.
You're pretty good. Alright, let's get that Russian interpreter.
Please select a landing zone.
Select equipment. Yep. Yep. Let's get this armor on our horse. Very World War I. We're just wrapping this son of a bitch in Kevlar and calling it a day.
Deploying.
Yeah, exactly. Also, hey, what's up? Good to see you.
The side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve. Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Man, I love the Black Hawk. It's such a dope-ass helicopter. They were basically like, hey, what if we take the Huey and make it better in every way? And they did.
Be careful down there, boss.
Alright.
That wild dog pop. Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss?
Alright. Where is he? Where the fuck is he? There he is. Look at the little baby. Look at him. Aww. Ready to go for a ride, buddy? Have fun.
Roger that. We'll pick him up.
Alright, where am I going? This way.
Marker placed.
Alright. I did not expect that truck to be there as soon as I landed. Definitely surprised the shit out of me.
We found out there's an English-speaking soldier somewhere in the region. He's a language specialist. His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian. If we can get him to join us, we'll have the upper hand in information warfare. Find this language specialist and extract him.
Alright, D-Horse, wait here.
That's
There
the
he is.
target. Say, boss, you see many animals field. Truth is,
Okay.
an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us. If you set up a capture cage, it'll trap small to medium-sized animals. The support unit will handle the extraction, so all you need to do is place the cage. Wild animals have all kinds of habitats. Try placing cages in a variety of places. You can check the animals list on your iDroid to see which animals have been extracted.
You got it, Miller.
You have arrived at your destination.
Wow, your chat delay is awful. Is it?
Эти слова могут спасти твою жизнь. Ха-ха, может быть. Следующий. Посмотри.
Is it that bad? I just saw the delay check just now.
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
4 seconds or so?
Side op completed.
Done.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
Unit function
Boss,
added.
that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life, like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
Marker placed.
Yeah.
Please select a left support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
I'm pretty sure you might just be drunk, Diane. There you are.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Go. Horsey.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Yeah, hold on, Pequod. I'll be there in a second. I'm, Fultoning some sheep. Have fun, little guy.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ.
Yeah. I'll be there in a second.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Bah. Hello, Pequod. Good to see you.
This is Pequod. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing.
Helicopter
Request
has
immediate
arrived.
removal.
What are you talking about? I'm the only obstruction here.
Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Departing.
Alrighty. Now we have a Russian interpreter. Good shit.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. You captured it alive.
Ooh, Scorpion. Those are fun.
Prolonged long time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
Fuck you, cuz. I do what I want. I'm big boss. Dee dee dee. Dee dee dee. I just want you to know, I came back because I wanted to, not because you told me. Look at the puppy!
Mitch. Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though.
Look at
Get
him!
bigger? Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. The little polish, I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
Diamond dog, and he's missing an eye, too, just like Big Boss.
Hostile at raising hounds. Fine. Come on, Dee Dee.
Very big dog. All right, done.
Please select landing zone.
Roger.
Well, yeah, he was in the way. No, he won't. There. I'll wake him up. See?
Thanks for that, boss.
See, he even thanked me. All right, back to work.
Gaining altitude.
See you later, fuckers. Yeah, you know, it's Kojima.
Side ops list updated.
Try not to think about it too hard.
Development project has been added.
There we go.
Please specify a project.
God damn. That let me skip way more shit than I was expecting.
Development project has been added. Development project has been added.
Oh, unable to develop anymore. Okay. Works for me.
Please specify a project. Staff assigned. Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone.
We should probably do this.
Heading to Afghanistan.
Oh, hey. Stun rifle. Alright.
Deploying.
Alright, let's do this shit. Hey, Pequod, how come you don't have a co-pilot? You really should have a co-pilot, man.
Be careful down there, boss.
He's just that good. I mean, you're right. Pequod is a G.
Marker placed.
Alright.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Well, we're gonna be running for a couple of minutes here. So if anybody wants to talk about their day, be my guest. I did a lot of cleaning today. I also watched some One Piece. I haven't watched One Piece since I got caught up in Wano. So I've got a couple of hundred episodes to watch. Where's this guy at? Is he up the hill?
Boss, get down. The enemy's slow. Crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Ow. Yep, they are up the hill. I should have just gone that way. Why do they call Venom Phantom Snake? Partially because of the whole Phantom Pain thing. Partially because of who he really is.
Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't heal on its own. You'll need to treat it with first aid.
Fuck you.
That's the target.
Dickhead.
Side ops list updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Base.
Okay.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Marker placed.
Alright, how far is that? 2,000 meters? Okay.
Please select a landing zone.
Damn it. Oh no!
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
I fucked up. Now who's drunk? You know what, Diane? Controlling horses is hard. Video game horse controls are never very good. They always kind of suck a bit. You would know? Yes, I have played a lot of video games. I've only ridden a horse in real life once. It was a trail horse. Where am I going? Okay, I'm making a right here. To think that the legendary Big Boss was defeated by a cliff and a horse. I will say, Red Dead Redemption 2 and 1, they both have really good horse controls, but that's kind of... You can't make a Western cowboy movie and not have... or movie. Video game and not have good, horse controls. Is Old Snake alive during this time? You mean Solid Snake? Solid Snake is a kid. He is a child at this point in the timeline. Alright. Which one's this? Riot SMG Blueprint. Alright. Yeah, at this point in the timeline, he's a child. He became so unk. Yeah, they,
The security forces must know something about the targets. After you grab or hold up an enemy, try interrogating them.
They explain in Metal Gear Solid 4 it has to do with the fact that he's a clone. It caused him to age really fast.
Either destroy that or turn it off to shut off all the lights and surveillance cameras in the outpost. But of course, the enemy will realize something's up. If you're gonna do it, be quick.
The map has been updated.
That's Troy Baker? Yes, it is. Yeah, Solid Snake is actually a clone of Big Boss. Wait a second. The blueprint's literally right here.
Side-op
material.
list
It could be
updated.
just what we need to develop new weapons and equipment.
Development project has been added.
Alright. Any other side ops? No. Alright. Helicopter, pick up.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
We'll head that way. Ooh. Ooh, sandstorm. Fun. I can't see shit.
So when sandstorms come in, sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf. But that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage.
Alright, Pequod. The boss doesn't need to sit. You're right.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Big boss doesn't need eyes. He's already missing one. Hold on, let me,
This is Pequod. We
Dig.
can't land.
Why the fuck not? Where boss is going, he doesn't need eyes to see. Yeah. Big boss is kind of a dick.
Gaining altitude.
Lovecraftian Metal Gear? Isn't that just Death Stranding?
Buddy, departing area.
Lovecraftian Metal Gear is just Death Stranding. Big.
Departing.
Good.
Leopard gecko.
Captured it alive.
Cool. And a bird. Cool. Ugh.
Side ops list updated.
Why am I getting so many of these?
Please specify a project. Development project has been added.
Damn.
Please specify a project.
You
Please
suck,
specify
game.
a project.
Oh, there are two more.
Please select a mission.
Boss, information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. That'll cut off their means to call in reinforcements. Technically, we were given this mission by a Western-backed Arab organization supporting the guerrillas. But it'll also give us a leg up in the future. Take a look at the location of the Eastern Communications Post on your iDroid. Head there and destroy its comms equipment. He who controls information controls operations. Just look at Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Mission accepted.
Yeah, it's definitely a little weird, but it does also explain a big plot hole in Metal Gear 1. Not Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear 1 from the 90s. I think. Pretty sure it's from the 90s.
Deploying.
Ugh.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
I got a bag of cookies with milk. I'm ready, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Development
Big
complete.
Boss supports your decision to have
Please
milk and cookies.
Specify a project. Development complete. Please specify a project. Please select a drop point. Please specify a project.
A friend of mine showed up to his college movement day with only a pair of socks and his PC. How the fuck did those guys not see me?
Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Development project has been added.
That's pretty fucking wild, Vague.
Please specify a project.
That's fucking crazy.
Development project has been added. Development project has been added. Development project has been added.
There are a lot of Leon Glazers, that is true. To be fair,
Please specify
Leon
a
is
project.
basically an action hero. Like, he does things that shouldn't be possible.
Development project has been added. Development project has been added. Development project has been added.
Like, Leon is not a normal human being.
Development project has been added.
Alright. Oh, wait. That is also true. Big Boss does indeed do things that he shouldn't be able to do. Also, Vague, this, are you sure this guy isn't, like, in a witness protection program? With, like, a fake name and everything? Because, damn. That's hella sus. Now, in all fairness, Big Boss has done a lot of crazy shit, but he did lose to Solid Snake when Solid Snake had nothing but a can of bug spray and a lighter. Stop moving. Alright, you guys are coming with me.
He's coming too. Roger that. You made it.
You have arrived at your
First,
destination.
use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility. That's a transceiver antenna. Take out all of them to shut down.
The map has been
That
updated.
antenna is one of the targets. There should be more. Keep
Yeah, it's
looking.
right there. I can see it. Why aren't you marking it? So, Venom Snake gets killed by Solid Snake. Big Boss doesn't get killed, but he does lose. How many clones are there? How many clones of Big Boss are there? There are 3 clones of Big Boss. Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, and Solidus Snake. And then there's also another guy that is also Big Boss. Who was that venomous one? Venom Snake? That's us right now. We're Venom Snake. This is Venom Snake. Is Liquid one all pudgy? No, no, no. Liquid Snake is British. Diane, you gotta watch all the videos. I've played all of the games.
The map has been
That's another one of the targets. Do you see any more? That looks like the target.
Mission
We
info.
know where all the antennas are now. Take out all 3 of them. How you do it is your call.
I don't know which is which. Well, you're in luck because they're all numbered. And I have streamed all of them. I've streamed Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes. I'm streaming 5 now.
Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you
And I'm
do it
gonna
is
do
up to you.
4 next. 4 is up next. Have a good night, buddy.
Всем быть начеку. Конец связи.
Thank you, sir.
The map has been updated.
Alright, have a good night, buddy.
Как ты в порядке?
And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one, and another one, and another one. There we go. I hear music.
The map has been
That radio
updated.
transmitter is used to relay messages between outposts. Take it out and the mission's complete. We have the locations of all the targets. Destroy either the radio transmitter or all the antennas to shut down communications between the enemy outposts. It's all up to you, boss.
Вышел из строя целый разлом. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить.
Outpost
So your
captured.
suppressor is worn out. That gun won't be as
Oh.
loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Did I get all of them?
Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you.
And another one bites the dust.
Good work. You've
Done.
completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Yeah, I might as well extract all these guys.
Mission info has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him. He's coming too. Roger that.
Alright, helicopter, pick up.
Support helicopter requested.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Alright, these nuts, let's go.
Yeah.
Black carrot. Something of an ancestor to the domestic carrot. It's also a favorite of wild animals.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Hello, Pequod.
Gaining altitude.
Yep. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Exfiltrated
That's
hot
it.
zone.
You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Departing. This is Pequod. Gargling your balls.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid.
You got it.
Good. You captured it alive.
Beep, 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 beep.
Mission list updated. Commencing platform construction.
Okay.
We've received a back-channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Please specify a project. Development project has been added.
Why is there even a weird military secret in Afghanistan? Why is it here?
Development project has been added. Please specify a project.
Challenge task list. Oh. Okay. That's a lot. Alright. We got a bunch of cassette tapes.
Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't.
Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen.
They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam.
And then it became America's
The Soviet
Vietnam.
troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to.
And it
The
looks like
Afghans
Iran is going to
lost
become
theirs.
that too.
The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can.
They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road.
Jesus
Just to show
Christ.
their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on.
That's fucked up.
This war, the Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen.
Tale as old as time.
Society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they
Big country is like, we can win in a
no
year.
matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere.
And then they get their shit kicked
striking
in.
back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships, which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war. Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smasi Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter-Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the zero line that day, the Afghan side, on our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls?
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us.
Jesus Christ!
It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other. But one by one, the voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you? Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there.
I'll do whatever I want.
I first
Fuck you.
started dealing with Zero, with Cypher. It was a somewhat parasitic relationship, though a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner, but they had other motives. Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
She's handling them okay.
And yet they still took us down.
She's not happy about it,
They
but...
orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
Networking? In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
Hi.
That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero line.
Yeah, to make the real surveillance work
Look at
against
the
them.
baby.
I think it took some of the heat off
Look at
Cyprus.
the baby.
Then I just had to wait
Look
for you
at
to
the
save me,
baby.
and I've gotten used to waiting.
Gizmo's in my lap.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan
Where are you going?
presence.
Where are you going?
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor.
Owes us?
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted to shake up.
Oh,
It came
baby.
to a head 3 years ago
Who's a good
in an
kitty?
attempted coup.
Yeah.
It was a force of South African
You're a good
mercenaries
kitty.
with U.S. backing behind the scenes.
Alright,
They were
alright,
only
alright.
platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs. Too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles.
Sorry, Diane, but I
military.
can't give you
And
belly
when we
rubs.
put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
Alright, honey,
So,
alright.
Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah,
Alright.
a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was... stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end. But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were able to get a bargain price on the ship. Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications. We had to really work to fit in all the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact. Right now, she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future, we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base, and also as a chopper resupply vessel. Diamond dogs. The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean eternal bond, fortitude, or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they modeled themselves after us.
They're a far cry from the likes of us.
But why? 9 years ago, we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state.
Yes. Sooner or later, the real UN would have stepped in.
So why are they giving these PFs free reign?
That's our fault, too.
What do you mean?
What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time, they missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away.
But still.
I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists, they have a lot of clients, and Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs.
Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them. But now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations.
Sounds like somebody dropped
That's
something.
what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us. An extraterritorial federation of military nations. The United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
How do you figure?
Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you. The legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're Big Boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only Big Boss. Once you've proven that, they won't hesitate to join us. Snake, do you remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
Their revolution was a success. Somoza resigned, and Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.
Good for them.
She says she wishes Chico could be there.
That revolution was the dream. For Amanda, for Chico, and their father.
That chopper was no place for Chico to die. I'd like to at least think history will remember his part in the revolution.
When you pick up a gun, there's always a chance you'll die for nothing. He knew that as well as the rest. Now that he's gone, it's up to the rest of us to decide what it was all worth. If we don't, there's nothing to prove that Chico ever lived at all. We're his mark on the world.
Amanda
Fucking
told us
crazy that
Strangelove
Chico's just
contacted
dead.
her after the revolutionaries came to power in Nicaragua. Strangelove, the AI researcher from Mother Base.
I remember her.
We'd lost touch with her, till Amanda heard from her out of the blue. She told Amanda she wanted to salvage Peace Walker's drive parts, or something from the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. Amanda passed the request on to her friends in the new administration. She's a national hero now, after all. So Strangelove got a Soviet military aircraft to transport something to somewhere. But apparently the cargo wasn't big enough to have been Peace Walker itself.
So what was it?
Who knows? We recovered Peace Walker's nuclear warhead ourselves 9 years ago. What could Strangelove have been after? Amanda said she didn't mention what her reason was or where she was headed. Nicaragua is a socialist state now. And with Amanda vouching for her, the government didn't feel the need to concern itself with the details. All Strangelove told Amanda was that she was going to continue her research, and that the rest was a secret.
So it's AI.
Before the attack, he
Obviously,
went to the
then.
control tower to prepare for the inspectors. He was with them when it all went down. The control tower collapsed with the rest of its strut. His body was never recovered. But he was the one who met the inspection party when they arrived. And he was the one who showed the nuclear inspectors to the tower. You remember the way it went. First he recommends we agree to the inspection. Then he gives them the okay without our permission. All the time acting as if he was doing us a favor. On top of that, he even had the guards disarmed that day. It would send the wrong message, he said. Whatever the angle, it all leads back to Huey. I curse my own
Gizmo.
stupidity
Hi.
for not realizing sooner.
Hi,
Huey
honey.
escaped with that unit by chopper. I've been hunting him for 9 long years. The other reason I was operating around Afghanistan was to dig up his location.
Huey's in Afghanistan?
Yes, and I have a good idea where. Now we just wait for the right moment. This time, we'll be the ones using him. He's going to tell us who our guests really were that used a fake nuclear
Hey, Sass, good to see you.
home into the ocean.
Thank you for the alert. Hope you had a nice day. Oh. Why are you sneezing?
Snake, I wanted to ask you about the man
Why are
on
you
fire.
sneezing?
What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use? Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
Hey.
Select a mission.
Don't claw the chair. Oh, customize. Ooh. All right, no, don't rub up against the microphone. People won't appreciate that. No, they won't like it if you do that, honey. No, they won't. No. I'm not sure if the, I'm not sure if the microphone will pick it up. Alright, I'll do that at a different time. Alright.
Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Please
Anything in
specify a
here?
project.
Nope.
Please specify a project. Development project has been added. 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 Development project has been added.
Damn. Alright, we'll do one more
Select a
mission.
mission.
If we're going to expand Mother Base, we need more manpower. And not just for combat roles either. R&D, the support unit, intel, each demands a different set of skills. If we want to achieve what we've set out to do,
Gizmo! What did I
Diamond
just
Dog's
say?
got to
Don't
get
rub the
stronger.
microphone.
There's a Soviet engineer I want to have join us. He was the one who built your prosthesis. With him on our side, who knows what sort of enhancements he'll come up with for it. He tried to defect but didn't make it, and now he's being held prisoner at Waksin Barracks. Find this engineer and get him out. Having him on our R&D team will go a long way to helping Diamond Dogs grow.
Mission accepted.
This direction. Yes. Long barrel, huh? that. Alright, let's do this shit. I think the reason Gizmo's bugging me is because she wants me to go to bed. Because it's late.
Boss, the Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Waksin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Waksin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
What if I say no? What about then? What if I tell you to suck a dick?
Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. And he's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
Get him up. Knock it off.
Be careful down there, boss.
That's not a scratch post. You have a scratch post. Go scratch that.
That's the Waksin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Psst. Knock it off.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Gizmo. What have I told you about climbing the chair? I've told you not to do it.
Extraction.
You gotta extract him.
Mother base.
The wormwood, also known as absinthium. That's used to make your phantom cigars.
She is like an actual yeah, she is. They both are. They act like children. I mean, they are children. They're just furry children. And slightly less of a pain in the ass than human children.
Analysis complete.
Only slightly, because I can hear her climbing something behind me that she's not supposed to climb.
Analysis complete.
Stop it. It's not bedtime yet.
Great. I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right.
Thank you, sir.
The map has been updated.
Have a nice flight.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Ooh, thank you.
The map has been updated.
Gizmo. What did I just say? You need to get down. Yes, down. You're not allowed up there. Yeah, she's a fucking troublemaker, all right.
Analysis complete.
Diamond.
You gotta extract him.
Marker placed. Marker placed.
Okay. This is actually a surprisingly defensible position.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Well, you're coming with me, buddy.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Come on. Up the hill. Up the hill. Thank you. Alright. Anybody up here? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna steal this mortar. That's the power.
Analysis complete.
Worthless.
Analysis complete.
That guy has a skill. There's another one of the communications arrays.
Analysis complete.
I might grab that guy.
Analysis complete.
Nah, worthless. Alright, power down.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить систему.
Analysis complete.
КП, это Зоя-1. Немедленно проверю. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
He's worth taking. Alright, that's the radio. Hopefully nobody sees the balloon.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Alright. You're coming with me, buddy.
You have arrived at your destination.
Blueprint acquired.
You gotta extract him.
Diamond.
Analysis complete.
Ooh.
You have arrived at your destination.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Ooh, this guy has a skill too. Alright. Come on with me, buddy.
Boss, you've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Yes. That's how it works.
Analysis complete.
Is that him? Take a good look at their face.
Yep,
There, that's the target.
that's the guy.
Этот протез. Я его сделал. Это мой шедевр. Обычные протезы — это скучно.
Great. If there's nothing in the way overhead, you should be able to Fulton him.
Я создаю биомеханические гибриды.
Have a nice flight, buddy.
Target extraction confirmed.
Has been
Your
updated.
objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Oh, hi, Gadget. Is it your turn to annoy me?
You have arrived at your destination.
Alright. Let's see what else is down here, shall we? Done.
Это КП, понял. Немедленно все осмотрите. Конец связи.
Закончить тут!
Analysis complete.
This guy's got some high skills.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Analysis complete. Development complete.
Oh, another one.
Development outpost analysis complete. Development complete.
Wasn't expecting that.
Development complete. Development complete. Development complete. Development complete.
You gonna extract him?
Hey, knock it off.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Development complete.
This is B-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing.
Support
Request
helicopter
immediate removal.
There, now can you land, buddy?
Please specify a project.
Alright, mission complete.
Gaining altitude.
Please specify a project. Please, buddy, departing area of operation. Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone.
Development project.
No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Yes, mission complete.
Boom.
The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Okay.
Boss, as requested, we've added an analyzer function to your binoculars. Now you can view soldiers or POWs and get a readout on their rank or any special skills they might have. Depending on their skills, they may even be able to develop new types of weapons or items.
Project.
Try it out the next time you're thinking of folding someone.
Nice.
Development project has been added. Development project has been added. Development project has been added.
No ads. We're ending stream in a second.
Development project has been added.
Okay, there we go.
Plant expansion complete.
Oh, good.
Development commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Staff assigned.
Yay!
Development project has been added.
All right.
Please select a mission.
All right, it's time to stop. Oh. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you on Monday. I'll see you all on Monday with Hades. Yep, that's all she wrote. All right. We just got to figure out who we're rating. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Let's see. Livy is playing Escape Simulator 2. That's where I'm going to send y'all. Livy is one of my Akihika VTuber siblings. And Escape Simulator 2 is fun. Hey, what are you doing? Get down. All right, have fun. Goodbye. Good night. I got to go yell at the cat. See ya.